One of my early mentors was a guy named Ron Anthony. Now he's gone on to join the choir Invisible, but he played guitar back in the day for Frank Sinatra. And one time I was sitting in a lesson with him and he said, "John, all music is patterns." And it's true. So in this video, I want to share with you 5 super common chord progressions every guitarist should know. But first, let's talk about how these chord progressions work. If we're in the key of C, or any major key for that matter, you've got 7 diatonic chords. So this means the chords are going to be C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished, and then back to that C chord again. So this is the pattern, and this works for any key. Basically, it's the idea of just stacking thirds to build the chords. So you end up with the 1 chord, the 2 chord, the 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, 7 chord, 1. So that's how I'm going to be referring to these chords. Now the first progression is a 1, 5, 6, 4 progression. It sounds like this. Super common. So in the key of C, that would be a C major to a G major to an A minor to an F. Now this progression works so well. It just has a perfect balance to it. You start on the C, which gives you the key, and you have this nice stability with the 1 chord. Then you move to a G, which is the 5 chord. So this builds a little tension. Now a lot of 5 chords, like this G here, would go back to C. But that would be, a little boring. It'd be more like a cadence, just a quick chord progression. But instead of going back home, this progression goes up to A minor, which is the relative minor in the key of C. Then after that, there's just a little more tension going to the 4 chord, and then it returns back to 1. So you have C, G, A minor, F. Now this common chord progression sounds great as a loop. In fact, some songs just loop that chord progression the entire time. But here's some more famous examples. For example, Let It Be. When I find myself in times of trouble. Or Take on Me. Take on me. Or another good one is Don't Stop Believing. So that's the first pattern, and if you've struggled to play rhythm and lead anywhere on the neck, then go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. This is going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales that can unlock the fretboard. And just like I'm talking about here with the patterns in the chord progressions, this PDF reveals the fretboard's natural roadmap. And you can get it completely for free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. The second progression is going to be based more off the A minor. It's like a minor chord progression. And this one is going to go in whole steps. So it's going to go A minor, down to G, down to F, and then back up to G. So this would be the 1 chord, then a flat 7, a flat 6, and then back up to flat 7. Now a lot of rock songs use this chord progression. A classic one is Stairway to Heaven at the end. As we wind on down the road. A minor, G, F, back up. Or sing with me, sing for the ear, sing for the laughter, sing for the deer. Dream On, Aerosmith. Or All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix. It's funny doing it in that key. The original is up here, but that's the idea, is the pattern can still shift anywhere on the neck. Number 3 is what I call the doo-wop chord progression, and this starts on a C, so the 1 chord, then goes to the 6 chord, A minor. Then we have this cool kind of build where we go F up to G, the 4 to the 5 chord. Now, a lot of times you'll hear this in like a 6/8 timing. You could play it like this. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A great example is Earth Angel by the Penguins. You also hear this same progression in Stand By Me. You've got Benny King. When the night, da-dum. 4, 5, 1. All you have to do is dream. Everly Brothers. Dream, dream, dream. 6, 4, 5, 1. Next up, we have the 6, 4, 1, 5 progression. So in the key of C, that would be A minor to F, then C to G. Now you may notice that this one is very similar to the first progression we looked at, the 1, 5, 6, 4. The only difference is that it's starting in the middle of the progression. So it's starting on the A minor, then going to the F, then C to the G. It's like the minor version of that first chord progression. Now this common chord progression is used in countless hit songs. Here's one you might recognize, Toto's Africa. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. 6, 4, 1, 5. Or something more modern, Bruno Mars's Grenade. I'd catch a grenade for you. Finally, for number 5, we have the 1, flat 7, flat 6, 5 chord progression. Now this progression is similar to the second one we looked at that was used in Stairway to Heaven and Dream On, where we had the 1, flat 7, flat 6, then we went back up to the flat 7. The difference here is that flat 6 walks down. It keeps going down to the dominant and then back to the 1 chord. So A minor, G, F, E. And you hear this in tunes like Walk, Don't Run, Stray Cat Strut. You've also got Hit the Road Jack. So in Hit the Road Jack there, the progression is 2 beats on each chord, but you can also stretch it out like in Del Shannon's Runaway, and that would sound like this. There you have it, 5 super common chord progressions every guitarist should know. Now, once you start becoming familiar with these patterns, then everything gets so much easier. Now, if you've struggled to understand patterns like this for rhythm and lead anywhere on the neck, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. On this page, you're going to see a lot of these chords that we actually used in these progressions, as well as scales to go with them and a simple system to unlock the neck. It's completely free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.